Hi, welcome to Victor Growth Academy, and today we are going to discuss an editorial from The Hindu newspaper. So I have today's newspaper, 17th March 2020. The front page says, travel from EU, UK banned as India tightens preventive steps. Okay, then we have North rules out floor test after meeting governor. This may be an upcoming article. We have to talk about defection and what is meant by floor test. So that will be coming up later, but today it is in the front page, and there is a ban on travel. And what is, as per the civil service examinations concerned, we need editorial. So here is the editorial. So today I will be discussing this editorial, back to SAARC. So that is what going to be our article today. So let us start. Before starting, what I want from you is you should have a today's newspaper with you, and you should have an atlas with you, a notebook and a pen. So let us start. So you have to read along with me. I'll be reading the article. What is the first article I'm going to read? The article, back to SAARC. PM Modi did well to engage with leaders of South Asia on combating COVID-19. So you should also read with me. When I'm asking, note down this point, you note down in the notebook. When I say underline this point, you should underline this point. Okay. So Prime Minister Narendra Modi decision to convene a video conferencing of leaders of 8-member SAARC on Sunday, representing a much needed out-of-box thinking as the world faces the COVID coronavirus pandemic. Now, write down in your notebook, SAARC. SAARC stands for South Asian Association for Regional Cooperation. Okay, South Asian Association for Regional Cooperation, that is a SAARC full form. Okay, this SAARC has got 8 members. This SAARC has got 8 members, and that members also we should know. That is a minimum easy question the UPSC can ask in the civil services. Okay, or any other exam you go. So there are 8 members. The members, I'll come to it again. So here write down 8 countries are there in the SAARC. Pandemics do not recognize political borders. This you write down. Okay, this can be used in your writing. The pandemic, when you say pandemic, the spreading across the globe, okay, in an unprecedented manner. So they don't recognize, okay, this virus has originated in China, so I should not go into Pakistan, or it is in India, I should not go to Bangladesh. It doesn't matter. Does not recognize the political borders. So that is one point you can note for yourself. Then, and in times of trouble, reaching out to neighbors is the most obvious course of action. To that end, the long-hour discussion with the leaders of, now you write down the countries which is coming under this. Okay, Afghanistan, Maldives, Bangladesh, Bhutan, Nepal, Sri Lanka, and Pakistan. Okay, so these are the countries. What is a specialty about this meeting is a video conferencing, and except the Prime Minister of Pakistan, every other Prime Ministers attended the session. Okay, so the member countries are, I'm repeating, Afghanistan, you should note down in your notebook. Okay, note down Afghanistan, Maldives, Bangladesh, Bhutan, Nepal, Sri Lanka. Now can you take your atlas? Just take your atlas. Take the India map or Asian map. Because remembering may be difficult, what I am trying to tell you. So I want you to have an atlas with you. So take the atlas. And what is the member countries of SAARC? Okay, SAARC countries are the neighboring countries of India only. So if you take an Asia map, then you can find out. Okay, India is there, the neighboring country Pakistan is there, then Afghanistan is there. Okay, Afghanistan having a small border, virtual border with India. Then Nepal is there, Bangladesh is there, Bhutan is there. So what is the neighboring country which is not a part of SAARC? One is China is not a part of SAARC, and Myanmar is not a part of SAARC. We have Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka also is a part of SAARC, and Maldives. So these are the countries available. Okay, so you can just see the map. Now coming back, take the article. So those are the countries came up with the shared unique perspective in dealing with the virus that affected 1,75,250 people. Now I am saying this, but by this time it could have been 2 lakh also. It is a fast spreading. So this number is not important. So lakhs of people got affected. That's what you have to write in the exam. Lakhs of people have got affected and thousands of people died. That is a generic term you can use. The meeting saw Mr. Modi's proposal of COVID-19 emergency fund. This I told you in yesterday's current affairs itself. It was in the front page. The 10 million we are going to have a seed fund on this. Okay, as well as a decision on technical task force. Particularly countries in our western border, that is Afghanistan and Pakistan, they have a great concern. The concern is that they have a long border with Iran, which is another epicenter in the Asia. Apart from China, it is the Iran which is becoming an epicenter of COVID virus. Have specific challenges as they share long borders with Iran, which has emerged after China and Italy, a major hub of virus. Bhutan, the Maldives, Nepal, Sri Lanka, worrying the impact of tourism. So now write down Bhutan, Maldives, Nepal, Sri Lanka. All these countries are worrying, even though not much impacted by the virus directly. The tourism is getting affected. The tourism industry is under stress. Okay, not only in these countries, everywhere the tourism is under stress. You know, the Kerala, Kochi, all these places are very tourist spot. Okay, but nowadays people, whenever you see a foreigner, you are running away from the foreigner. Okay, and the behavior also like that. Now, another concern is an escalation in the virus spread in the subcontinent. In the subcontinent, when I read this article says 300 positive cases are there, but it can be more also. But the problem in South Asia is we have a poor health apparatus, you can say, or infrastructure. Okay, and also the population is high. So once it is man-to-man spreading faster and it is available in the common area, then the spreading will be faster and the catastrophic will be very, very high, and death rate will also be coming. Two regions I am saying in South Asia, India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, all together, you can understand the population is high and the health facilities also of poor quality. Okay, but given its much higher population density, it is clear that any outbreak, this was I was telling you, that even though we don't have much outbreak now, if any outbreak happens like that of Italy or that of China, what will happen? It will lead to far more casualties. The reason is health facility in India is poor. Next, other concerns about the under-reporting. And people will under-report. People will normally, it's India has an attitude, chalta hai attitude, aare hum dekh lenge yaar, namak na paatikalam. So those kind of attitude, again, people will not go to the hospital also. So there will be under-reporting as well as in India. So this article is talking about the COVID virus and also talks about the SARC. So that is what is actually an analysis in terms of our civil service exam. And whether public health services can cope, it remains to be seen how closely the SARC countries will cooperate with the virus. Okay, cooperate to deal with the virus. Okay. While speaking to his counterpart was a part of Mr. Modi's message, it was, however, certainly not the whole. The fact that he decided to make video conference available live indicates his desire to also reach out to and reassure the public in the SARC region. So he's not just thinking about India, he's talking about the entire South Asia, he's talking about the public of the entire SARC nation. So that is what the leader like that of Modi, though I'm not a very great fan of Modi, but here we need an appreciation. Okay, and beyond this is a message of deciding to ensure that more or less morbid SARC neighborhood grouping than the organization of the government has preferred to engage. Now you understand, actually after 2014, the SARC summit did not happen. Even there we had an opportunity in 2016. It was happening in Islamabad. Because of Uri attack, we did not go there. So why with SARC? In fact, SARC has been something like we have almost written off the SARC. We don't want to engage with the SARC. We were actually promoting this three organization, that is BIMSTIC, BBN and IORA. So now I'll tell you how to what is the importance about this BBIN, and I'll tell you that. Okay, we have got three organizations. Okay, one is BIMSTIC. SARC I have already told you, that is very easy, you have seen your atlas. BIMSTIC has been mentioned, and BBI has been mentioned, and IORA has been mentioned. BIMSTIC, okay, BIMSTIC actually stands for Bay of Bengal, okay, multi-sectorial technical and economic cooperation. And from whatever the countries available in this is you can understand from this itself. Okay, B, so BIMS, till that you can have a same country's name as actually. Bangladesh, okay, B for Bangladesh, then you got India, I for India, M for Myanmar, just check with here, and S for Sri Lanka, and T for Thailand. Till here you can use the same acronym BIMSTEC. Okay. After that, what happens? You have to add Bhutan and Nepal also into this. Okay. Bhutan and Nepal and also into this. Now BIMSTEC, even though we are promoting BIMSTEC at the cost of SAARC, BIMSTEC has its own problem. People are not active in the BIMSTEC as well. Okay. One of the main reason why people are not active in the BIMSTEC is this BIMSTEC actually people can be divided into either they are the part of the SAARC or they are part of ASEAN. So ASEAN is another grouping, association of Southeast Asian nations. 10 countries are there. So in that Thailand is there in ASEAN. Then you got Myanmar is there in ASEAN. So these countries are there. So they are more serious in the ASEAN than they want to be in the BIMSTEC. So BIMSTEC, even though we are promoting at the cost of SAARC, is not as effective as SAARC was itself. And BIMSTEC is a non-starter. You can use the word, write down in your notebook. BIMSTEC is a non-starter. It is not starting. The reason, one of the main reason is the people are part of the SAARC or they are part of the ASEAN. But India is promoting BIMSTEC. Why? Because it is similar to something like SAARC minus Pakistan. Okay, that is one of the India's policy we are following to isolate Pakistan in the international arena. Okay, so in the prelims level they can ask you the members of the BIMSTEC. Okay, so I am saying B for Bangladesh, I for India, M for Myanmar, S for Sri Lanka, T for Thailand, and E and C economic cooperation, but you have to add Bhutan and Nepal. Now coming to the BBIN is not a very big forum as such. It is only talks about transportation. That means motorable roads will be constructed. What is that? Write down BBIN is only motorable all-weather roads will be constructed in these countries. What are the countries? B for Bhutan, B for Bangladesh, I for India, and N for Nepal. That is what BBIN. But in this also there is one problem. Bhutan saying that we cannot afford to construct these roadways, and also it may involve deforestation. And you know that Bhutan has in their constitution itself that they want 80% of the countries to be in the forested. So they don't want to cut the trees. They don't want deforestation. So Bhutan is actually not willing to completely join the BBIN. So BBIN itself has its own problem. So other than that, Bangladesh, India and Nepal are there. Now coming to the IOAR, okay, IOAR talks about Indian Ocean Rim Association. Indian Ocean Rim Association. It was also formed in 1995. This was also 1997. This was also in 1997. Here 22 countries are there. All those countries take the atlas and take the world map. Okay, take the world map. Take the world map and take the Indian Ocean. Okay, so here you can see all the countries in the Indian Ocean. That means you have got Australia, you have got Indonesia, India, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka. All these countries are there. Total 22 countries. But rather than studying the 22 countries, I'll tell you a shortcut. The shortcut is try to understand what are the countries which are not a member of IORA, Indian Ocean Rim Association. India is a member, but some countries are not a member. Pakistan is not a member, Myanmar is not a member, and Somalia is not a member. Other than this, all countries are there. And in terms of this, India has a policy. Okay, if you want to tell me, I will create another video called Sagar. Okay, security and growth for all in the region. Okay, that is a policy which we follow in the Indian Ocean. So this is what the association mentioned here. So BBIN and IORA, BIMSTEC, these are things these are the regions which we are promoting. We are actually not promoting the SAARC anymore. The reason is obvious. We don't want Pakistan to be involved in this because the SAARC has got a lot of troubles. The first among them is the India-Pakistan bilateral rivalry, you can say. In fact, SAARC, write down very clearly, SAARC does not allow any of the bilateral issues to be discussed in the forum. But whenever they meet, India and Pakistan do discuss about it, and India raises the issue of terrorism and Pakistan raises the issue of Kashmir. And that is why the SAARC has become a written off. I told you it is underperforming. People are not serious because of the India-Pakistan. So these two countries are creating problem for. And India also has moved on. They said that we will create another forum. It's like a SAARC minus Pakistan. That is what this BIMSTEC and BBIN, IORA, all this. Okay. Now, in the fact that virtual summit is the first high-level SARC summit since 2014, I told you since 2014 we did not have any kind of SARC summit, and comes after India's pulling out of 2016 summit following the URI attack. It has to be hosted. It was to have been hosted in the Islamabad. We did not go. Pakistan too had made concern over the Jammu and Kashmir and sticking point in the re-engagement, and the Prime Minister Imran Khan's absence on Sunday. That means every Prime Minister attended the video conferencing, but Pakistan Prime Minister did not attend. So that shows that he is not serious about SARC, or he is not happy with the way we have done 370 and the Jammu Kashmir. So that is a reason. But still they were represented by one person. Yeah, clearly reviving the SARC initiative, which countries in the region included in the Nepal, Sri Lanka, Bhutan have advised, will not be easy given the poor ties between SARC two largest member, India and Pakistan. I told because of India and Pakistan only, SARC is not getting into an active forum. But it is significant that New Delhi seems to be willing to try to put politics aside, dealing with the pandemic in that conference also. In spite of all these shortcomings in the SARC, this video conference have given a message that India wants to move on. We want to make SARC an active forum, particularly taking the opportunity from the coronavirus pandemic. Okay, so that's about this article, and we'll see next article. Thank you very much.